Hey guys, let's jump into this video. Now we are talking Basketball Wives, honey, the final finale. And what we saw was that Chantel, Jackie's daughter, took no accountability and pretty much made a mockery of the situation, y'all. So let's jump into this video.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Now, I don't know what I expected in this episode. I'm going to say I expected a lot more, and I'm going to give it maybe a 3. This was the worst because what they failed to do was close out what we saw that happened on the last episode. If y'all don't know, Jackiechristie had to lay hands on Chantel, if y'all know what I mean. But I feel like we missed a lot because Jackie was totally absent from the group, which I understand because Jackie is like, listen, y'all done instigated a whole situation and then you want me to just pop up. If you want to talk to me, you got my number. So Jackie was totally absent from the group. But y'all, this is what I want to talk about. Did y'all see how Chantel was really gloating in everything that was happening? She basically said, she didn't want to distance herself from the group. She wants to get back to the lovable Chantel people know her for. And I'm just like, girl, if you are so lovable, we should be able to see some kind of residue of love. I don't see that, Chantel. So this is kind of where it all began. Let's get into it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
You look amazing.
Thank you. Oh, Chantel's here. Oh, God.
Look who came. Hello.
Oh my goodness, Chantel. So Chantel came to the event. Again, I was really expecting something else, but we got absolutely nothing. In fact, Chantel doubled down on everything she did. And if y'all remember in the last episode, Chantel said pretty much Jackie laid hands on her. I mean, she did. But Chantel lied because she did not tell the full story. And that is what we have been seeing this entire season of Chantel just not telling the complete truth. Yes, Jackie laid hands on her, but Jackie laid hands on you because as her mother, you don't ever, and I mean ever, have the right to put your paws on your mama. So let's get into what Chantel had to say.
I feel good tonight. I came out to Ming's event because I really just wanted to support her. She's been solid from the day that I met her at Friendsgiving, and I don't want to distance myself from the group. I just want to get back to being the lovable Chantel that people know and love me for.
Do y'all think Jackie come?
Girl, what? The lovable Chantel. Now, honey, listen. If you're so lovable, like I said, we should be able to see some love. I don't see any love. In fact, I see rage. And I feel like Jackie is completely blindsided, thinking that perhaps that Chantel maybe was the daughter that she thought. Maybe she thought she had, made a correction. Who knows? But for Chantel to come back, double down with no apology and still making it seem like she was a victim is so freaking exhausting. Now, I would have at least liked for Chantel to tell the entire story and what exactly happened. But saying your mama reached out and touched you when you actually put your hands on your mama, which, girl, that's a no-no. So it was a little bit exhausting. And also too, Ming had came out and gave an apology to Jackie. And what she said is that the other ladies unfollow her, which tells me this, y'all, that this was a storyline from the very beginning because nobody cares that Chantel fabricated this story about Jackie reaching out to touch her, because although Jackie did, girl, you didn't tell the whole story. But it seems like nobody cares about that part of the story. So my guess is it's simply because Chantel was brought on this show to pretty much try to take Jackie out. And it seems like Evelyn was fully aware of it. Y'all know her and Shawnee as girlfriend and girlfriend. I mean, I think they like, they may do a little something, something. I don't know, but they seem to be, got this weird relationship. So I think, with Chantel painting herself as the victim, it gives more of, girl, we don't like you, because at some point, when do you take responsibility for your action? Again, we don't know what you went through when you were young, but I have started to read Takari's book. And what it gives from where I am in the book is that you were actually treated like a little princess. So I don't know. Do you have this hostility toward your mother? For what reason is what we're trying to figure out. Because I feel like that you did it strictly for the show. And I'm going to say that because, again, I have started to read Takari's book, and Chantel quoted something exactly out of Takari's book, which she stated that Jackie and her relationship is somewhat like a toxic relationship between a man and a woman. Now, that's not word for word, but she said it word for word as it is written in her sister's book. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, girl, this is given weird. So I feel like because the cast is not saying, oh, okay, Chantel, you pushed her. We didn't know that. It's simply like they don't really care. So I don't know what mother is going to allow any child to push, hit, or anything. Because if it was me, she'd have been missing some teeth, maybe a black eye. It would have been real bad. Because if you ever think you're going to put your hands on me, y'all know the saying, I brought you in, I'll take you right back out. So this episode to me was a mess. It was a sham. I feel like, they started with this event from Jennifer, and then they went from that event to Ming's event. And I'm just like, wait a minute, y'all. We still got loose ends from what happened between Jackie and her daughter. But what they did state in the episode is both of them left immediately afterwards. So I'm like, okay, they both left, but I felt like at some point, maybe they should have made it more comfortable for Jackie to come around. But again, Jackie did not want to talk about the situation. If y'all recall, every time she was asked, what did she do? Disappear. So that is why you all should know that I don't believe that Jackie thought that her daughter was coming on this show to actually talk about her. It's clear she didn't know, because every time she's asked about her daughter, if y'all recall at Jennifer's event, she went to the bathroom and never came back. Wait a minute. I think she said she was going to get food and go to the bathroom, but y'all get the situation. She disappeared. So at every juncture, she did disappear. So it's clear the lady, she doesn't want to talk about her daughter, which I totally understand. And it's really crazy that adults with children don't seem to understand that. No mother wants to sit up and gossip about her daughter to a bunch of people that are not, these people don't even like her. So she has sense enough to know, if I were going to talk about my daughter, it would not be with you two. The crazy part about this, if this was really a situation where they were really trying to look for resolve and mend the relationship between the two, why didn't anybody tell Chantel, girl, you are handling this the wrong way? All of the cussing and calling your mother out of her name, that is not going to work. Nobody gave this moron daughter any type of guidance to say, girl, you doing too much. It's pretty much like they pumped her up, like, yeah, girl, come on, keep it going, keep it going. So it's just like the way this was handled was totally wrong. And if y'all recall, Jackie's friend, Dr. Cheyenne, who does therapy and things like that, I feel like if they really wanted to turn this into something in terms of, a healing journey, even if it was just something for the cameras, I feel like it would have probably been really good because we do know, mothers and daughters do have this thing that they have with their relationships. I'm not saying everybody, but it does happen in some households. I feel like if Jackie had have known, maybe they could have worked on some smaller issues and it would have been, maybe help to somebody else that, would have been watching the show. But I feel like the way that they did this was a complete disaster. And and at the end of the day, y'all, they didn't even tie it all together. Like, we're left wondering, okay, what happened with Jackie and her daughter? And then they moved on to two separate events, and Jackie ain't even there. So it's just like, what is really going on? But Chantel continues to play the victim. And did y'all notice that she is so happy and glorified that Jackie is not there? So it almost seems like in Chantel's mind that she's like, yeah, I won. I don't know if y'all got that out of this particular episode, but what I got is she definitely did not take accountability at all. And then she's talking about this group of girls as if she's been hanging with them forever. Girl, you just met these people. So imagine you just meeting this group and Jackie knowing the bulk of the group for a decade. So she's like, oh, I don't want to distance myself from the group. And then the fact that Jackie is not there, she's just so happy, and it almost makes her feel as if she won. And it's like, Jackie is not there, honey, simply because as a mother, she doesn't want to talk about her daughter with a bunch of people that don't like her. And I think that Chantel may be a little slow because for some reason she doesn't get that, or maybe she just doesn't want to get it, because from everything that I've saw, she came on this show to embarrass and to humiliate her own mother. I feel like that scene from last week was Jackie like, girl, you have been pressing me and you have been pressing me. And now I'm going to hit you upside your fucking head, okay, at this point, because you're doing too much. And I feel like Chantel has been doing this the entire season, like calling her mother the B word. And oh, imagine as a mother watching that back. Like, you're going to get fired up again. So again, I don't know what y'all thought about this episode, but I really, really felt as though it was trash. I was very surprised to see Chantel even there because, girl, what are you here for? And I feel like even to the point that Chantel showed up, I think at this point she should have just not even talked about Jackie. I mean, it's I'm over the entire story at this point, but it's like Chantel is just digging and digging, double she done doubled down, no accountability. And it feels to her, from what I see, is she feels like she won. Jackie didn't show up. She's like, yeah, this is my group of friends and yada, yada. But we know her will not be back because, for one, nobody wants to see Chantel anymore on their TV screen. And again, like I done told y'all before, Black people, we don't like the disrespect, especially when it comes to your mama. We don't like you at all. So, she's not coming back. And frankly, I mean, that's a kind of done data because Jackie don't necessarily have to be on this damn show. I mean, she really don't. But she is. It is a check. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Again, this episode was a total sham flop. And as I told y'all, there will not be a reunion. And now Ming has actually come out and kind of said that as well. So there will not be no reunion. We're not going to know anything else except for what we're seeing on social media. As y'all saw, Chantel and Takari has, went back and forth. Takari has come out and said that her and Jackie has mended their relationship and has been working on their relationship for several years. So you guys have saw that. So we're just gonna, watch it and see what happens. But I want to know what y'all think in the comments with regards to this episode. What did y'all think? What did you expect? What did you think you were going to see? Because I feel like we didn't get SHIT. I feel like last week was a high because everybody was talking about it. So they took us way up here to drop us all the way down. And we just sitting here looking crazy. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all think.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea, too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.